Cuba was once similar to Las Vegas. They had the gambling game on lock. Now let me tell you the real reason why Fidel Castro was an enemy to the United States. They made him an enemy because he took all of that land from them. He hurt the U.S. by millions of dollars. Fidel Castro shut everything down. This was the gambling spot for people like Lucky Luciano, Bugsy Siegel, Meyer Lansky, and Fidel Castro stopped it because the Cuban people couldn't profit off of it. And this hurt the U.S. That's why they hated Fidel. On September 19th, 1960, thousands of New Yorkers embraced 125th Street and 7th Avenue to greet Fidel Castro's arrival. These were rare moments indeed, rivaled by only another event 30 years later when Nelson Mandela stood on the same exact spot looking over at a sea of black faces. Everybody cheering his homecoming. This was the black capital of the world. And this was Harlem. When Castro arrived at the Teresa Hotel in Harlem, he was greeted by over 300 Harlemites. Some were members of the recently formed FPCC, the Fair Play for Cuba Committee, while others were part of a coalition protesting America's refusal to grant a visa to Patrice Lumumba of the Congo. On their first night at the Teresa, Almeida, a Cuban army captain, Nunez Jimenez, took a walk through Harlem, and in the process, he attracted over a crowd of 1,000 people. Some people need a better understanding of who Fidel Castro was. Fidel Castro was the man who protected our sister, Assata Shakur, for over 4 decades. Fidel Castro took his army with over 25,000 troops into Africa to fight apartheid, and also into the Congo fighting for Patrice Lumumba. Like I said in my video, black people everywhere, make sure you go back and check that one out. If it wasn't for Fidel Castro, Nelson Mandela would not have been released. Malcolm had a great deal of respect for Fidel Castro. It was shortly after midnight, and Malcolm was the first to greet Fidel. They met on the 9th floor of the Teresa Hotel, and this meeting was about taking up arms against the U.S. government. Malcolm was ready for all that action. Malcolm felt like if things didn't change soon, we was about to get it popping. Malcolm was literally talking about taking up arms against the United States government. The meeting was short and sweet and straight to the point. The meeting only lasted for about 30 minutes. Fidel arrived with his people, and Malcolm came with several black Muslims. There was only 3 newsmen allowed into this historical meeting. According to members of the Nation of Islam, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was furious about the meeting because he felt like the government could try to link the NOI with communism, and then they can use this as an excuse to destroy him. After the meeting, a reporter asked Malcolm, what memorable comments did Fidel make? Malcolm smiled and said that Castro told him that he feels at home here in Harlem. Another reporter asked Malcolm, what do you think of Castro's personality? Malcolm said, Any man who represents such a small country, but who would stand up and challenge a country as large as the United States on behalf of his people, must be sincere. He said that Castro is well aware of the Nation of Islam's activities, and he told them that Elijah Muhammad and the Nation of Islam has a huge following in Central and South America. Another reporter asked Malcolm, was the meeting prearranged? Malcolm said no. The Nation of Islam is not in alliance with Mr. Castro or with any foreign powers. The Nation of Islam is allied with Allah, in whom we believe. Hence, we cannot be affiliated with communism, since it's atheistic. For more information about this meeting, I will highly recommend the book called Memories of a Meeting, Fidel and Malcolm X. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit the thumbs up, make sure you subscribe, and let me know what you think in the comment section.